Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Caveman to Cosmos with me, Alpha Omega and Byzantium. So the year is 922 BC, turn 3903, and we are one turn away from Cuisine. Now, I expect that the couple of next episodes is going to be a slightly filler ones. The reason for that is that the technologies that we're getting are nothing really major. We are pretty much looking at things that will benefit us and make our lives easier, but we have already gotten to where we need to, and the big change is going to come with classical lifestyle. Now, depending on how long we are going to spend on getting... mausoleum would be good. Depending on how much time we are going to spend on researching these sort of older technologies, which would be, useful, but that are not anything groundbreaking, that is going to dictate the couple of next episodes. Once we're done with them, though, the classical lifestyle is going to be a huge change for us, because we are going to get into, just look at the benefits of each of these technologies, with the exception of mail. What the hell? National Courier System. Okay, that's actually a pretty good one. Gives birth rate, lowers anarchy, and avoid between civics or state, religion changes, extra defense in all cities. No, damn, okay, take it back, it's actually pretty good. And a seal maker is also not a bad one. Gives science. Yeah, but other than that, most of these, Nevada, which is a religion, all of these are gonna give us quite a lot of things, and it continues that way all the way to medieval. After which we get to... Wait, this is not medieval, that's Renaissance already. So we're just gonna deal with these smaller techs for now and see what's gonna happen. As far as I'm concerned, though, it is a fine time. I'm just checking up on all of my cities, doing little tweaks here and there, making sure that we're getting better day by day. The income is already better. You can see that right now. We are at 80%, so we are nowhere near max. We're nowhere near max of cities either, but for now this is gonna do. Once we get at a maximum research capacity with above zero income, I'm gonna start thinking about founding a new city. There's a couple of options. We already discussed having a smaller city here or expanding down here. There is a bunch of places we would like, probably this area, which would be strategically... Yeah, this area would be great. It would be great, and it's even in our cultural border. We need to raise the Bulgar city, though, which again is not such a big thing. But taking that would put us back at the border with the treacherous Babylon. Other than that, we could move this way towards the prairies or down towards Stublovi. I don't know what's there. This is tin. No, it's iron ore. Okay, some bison, some lead, some potatoes. Things are pretty good here. Or alternatively, I keep speaking about this, but expanding towards this area would also make a lot of sense, because it would make this border a bit stronger and basically bring us to the true frontier. Now, we can also go to the north, where there is still some area that we haven't settled in. I think that this would be the best possible place for a port, because it would give us access to lobster, crab, and fish, also to the shrimp, and it would get also access to the donkey. It would take some time before we would get access to the kangaroos and to the stone, but still it would be... No, actually the stone wouldn't be in control there. Or we could go really crazy and try to settle in the desert, but that would mean... Yeah, I want to have some desert cities. I want to take these areas, but I want to have a strong frontier before we actually make a path through the desert into areas like this, where you have the peyote and prickle pear, and can build a little oasis here, like a stop on the way towards some other territories, because this is the way we'll have to go. Same thing in the south. I mean, we could just push like mad down south, but we should do it gradually. is what I believe. As far as our cities go, though, we had a couple of growths here, which is fine. You can see here that the amount of population is now over 200,000. We have 204,500 people. Approval rate 73%, which is pretty good. Life expectancy 63. I don't know how these are calculated, but I'm still happy about that. So yeah, working on a number of technologies. We actually sort of experimenting with lesser research and lesser wealth. I think we're gonna switch to lesser wealth so that we can keep up this research for longer. But you can see that, you know, we're building grammaticus, we're building a magic shops, meeting halls. So our territory is getting stronger by the day. Anyway, I think that's enough me talking. Let's go ahead and hear it for Cuisine, which will give us the sausage and cheese shops, which are, you know, in the end, not only going to give us an income boost, but they will also boost the income from our markets, which is something that is welcome. And if you look at our current situation, we definitely need more income. We definitely need more income.
The art of cuisine, when fully mastered, is the one human capability of which only good things can be said.
Okay, so as I mentioned, Cuisine gives us just two things, cheese and sausage. We can get a cheese shop, which requires trading post, shopping district, and milk, and sausage shop, which requires trading post and raw meat. So I think we got all of this. It also gives us a bonus if we have salt, so that's pretty good. And I think that we checked that one of these is going to the market. I don't remember which one actually. I think that it's actually the cheese, but you can see both of them give a slight bonus to food and slight bonus to income. So generally speaking, this technology gives each of our cities +2 food and +3 gold. So next one we're going for is hydraulic mining, which will give us a boost of output from our mine. It will give us a boost of output from our quarry, and that's about that. We're gonna get a world wonder here. So really it's just this. Cool. This is why I call these philitex. No, actually mining camp is gonna get a huge boost too. +2 income and +2 production. That's good. We have a couple of those. So yeah, let's see that. Turn 3923, year 896 BC, and we are one turn away from hydraulic mining. Our income has actually increased quite a lot. We are now sitting at -11 with 80% of our income going into research, and this can be easily said being done by the improved conditions in our empire. We're building everywhere, as you can see, with the exception of Patra, which is now working on lesser wealth, hence the income. But we're still getting like magic shops, brick masons, candy shops, you know, everything that's gonna boost our income being built all over the place. There are even some really interesting buildings that I thought we already had, like the salt quarry. There might have been a situation where it burned down, I'm not sure, but quite a lot of big income things are being created. We had growth, I think, in Amorium and Philippopolis, but not... no, actually, Philippopolis, no. Philippopolis is actually an interesting city because it's getting quite a lot of income done, but not a whole lot of growth. So once it finishes the mining camp and the ancient customs, which is going to give it a huge boost in growth, it's going to start working on all of these small two-turn things like the grain gatherer, tuber gatherer, and so on, which are gonna be focused purely on increasing the growth of the city. Then it's gonna finish the fish traps, dining hall, then we have the candy shop because we want the income, then the hatter for the income, crafts hut for the income, and then we are going to start looking at educational buildings because, you know, the education is just awful here. But these things are already super cheap for us. We could get them really quickly, so I'm hoping that we will be able to. Plus we'll have a number of other places to be built that will boost our growth. Now, another thing that I wanted to mention is the Constantinople-Thessaloniki comparison. Well, Constantinople is at population 20. It is getting still 75 in food income. Growing pretty rapidly. In 116 turns, it should get to population 21, which I believe will give us either 75,000 people, and 22 was going to be 100,000. While Thessaloniki are at population 18 with the growth of 56, but optically it still seems to me like Thessaloniki is growing faster than Constantinople and catching up. The growth curve is insane. We have 40,000 people in Thessaloniki, Constantinople having 60,000, but yeah, I think our population is actually staying, yeah, still okay. So we had no growth, did we? 204,000 people. I believe that's where we were last time as well. Damn, I've been recording this over a number of days, so you have to excuse me for that. Anyway, you will see that Thessaloniki, Ankara, quite a lot of cities are closing on the next population level. Laodicea, not Dorevao, but Antioch is gonna grow soon. Well, okay, anyway, hydraulic mining. I'm looking forward to it, especially because that's gonna be a big boost to our income and also to production. After which we are going to go with the next technology, and I forgot what that one was. Was it the cloud patterns? I don't think so. It was something minor again. Though cloud patterns were also minor. We know that. Still. I've built a couple more town watches because the crime seems to be growing, even though there really isn't that much reason for it. I built a couple more medicine men as well because we need to keep the population at bay. Oh, and I removed quite a lot of storytellers because the education was way above there. We don't need to spend the money on that, which helped with the income a lot. A couple of them returned to bards and the rest dispersed.
The water comes out with not merely the force of so much gravity, but also with a wicked, vicious, unutterable indignation. Rocks 2 feet in diameter fly like chaff when struck by the stream.
Okay, so we can already see that it gave us at least 40 in income, really nice, and it's gonna boost our production as well. Las Midlas, Great Engineer, World Wonder. Crosses the size of 3. Oh, actually, that's a world wonder. That's not. I think that I said in the previous update that this is gonna be a natural occurring thing, but instead this is the historic mining site. Okay, gives us 8 production, 6 gold, and 2 towards Great Engineer. Got freshwater, city of electricity, water pipes, hills. Okay. Could this be built by our capital? Nope. Who could build that? Because that seems like a really good thing to have. Adrianople could build this. In 67 turns. 57 turns for Antioch. Okay, anyone else? Nicomedia, 43 turns. 43 turns in Trebizond. 39 turns in Iconium. Holy hell, we have some really heavy hitters here. Constantinople could build it faster, but unfortunately it can't. Okay, so I think Iconium is the winner. We don't really have that many things that we would want to build here either. So cheese shop and sausage shop can wait. You're gonna build us less midlas. And I mean, there are some more world wonders. I saw that someone could build it. You could. 75, 241, 245. I think the Cyrus cylinder would be good because it gives education. Generates great general points. Vassals increase the rate. Great spy, huh? 45 turns. I'm not really sold on this one that much, so let's just put it as a thing in the list. We'll see. I don't think anyone else is gonna be trying to snatch that one from us, but just in case. Okay, next thing we're going for is not the cloud patterns, it's gears. Really? Gears. And then we have just the central heating and glass blowing. Okay, we're gonna add the cloud patterns. So in this episode we're gonna finish gears, and in the next one we're gonna have central heating, glass blowing, and cloud patterns. After which we need to see what else we want. Well, we want the oratory definitely, and there's a lot of education. Falconry, just for the hell of it, would be fun, and would be done in 13 turns. Do you have any? It's aristocracy. Okay, so we need it anyway for the future. Oratory leads to code of laws. Okay. Karma, reincarnation, and scriptures. Astrology, huh? Astrology is cool. Fortune teller. Well, I mean, we can do it right now. Why don't we do it right now? So next, so we have gears for this episode. In the next one, central heating, glass blowing, and cloud patterns. I think then we could go with falconry, oratory, furniture making. I mean, I kind of like it. That's another big boost to money. Much bigger than actual falconry would ever be. Okay, you know what? Gears, central heating, glass blowing, cloud patterns. Then we're gonna go with... Wait, what do you guys give? Central heating gives hypercost, lowers maintenance. Glass blowing... glass blowing is actually really important. Well, the farm A is important. Okay, so we'll have that. Next we're gonna go with furniture making, because this one will give us quite a lot of money. We have rubies, I believe, dyes, we do gold ingots and singots. So each of these buildings is gonna give us +5. So let's go with that one. Then we can go astrology shop, huh? +2 education. Okay, then we can go with oratory and falconry. And will we have enough for more? Scriptures is definitely something that we want. Mausoleum is amazing. So that's gonna be scriptures. Okay, let's go with astrology. Karma. Okay. We could go with karma and reincarnation. I mean, that's pretty much all there is anyway, right? Ancient Veterinarian. Is that a building? Could call the vet. And wolves unhealthiness, so that is something that we want. Shinto, Yoruba. And we're just gonna get it all, won't we? Okay, so like that. And after that, classical lifestyle. So we've made a plan, everyone. We've made a plan which we are going to follow. Cool. So I'll see you in the next update with gears. And how much would the... Yeah, I think we can do that. Let's shave off a turn here. Turn 3940, year 874 BC, and we are one turn away from gears. Turns out we are actually on time. We're going to be entering the classical age very soon, and I think that we are, that this is about the time that Greece saw the height of its intellectual prowess. Well, actually, the height. You can debate that, but yeah, we're entering the time of Greece and leaving the time of ancient Egypt. I'm kind of happy with the progress that we're making. Now, before we go to gears, a little note that we have actually finished building a World Wonder unit. I don't think I'm gonna be able to see it here. Because we've already finished it. But it's one of these, the world units. We've already built ours. I guess these ones are reserved to each of the civilizations. We've built ours, and it gave me access to a special building that I had no idea was there. Let me show you what I mean. I can't find it in any of the cities, so we have to look at it this way. And it's a special building called Achievement Scientific, which gives us 1 health in all cities and gives us 8% extra science in all cities, and he just built it as it is. So it says here that achievements are special wonders that can be built by national heroes. Okay, so those world units are national heroes. There are 12 achievements available throughout the game, providing with different bonuses. However, sometimes it's better to wait if you want to build an achievement from a later era. Well, actually, we got this one. We built the scientific one, and that one was very useful because it truly gave us nearly 10% of extra research. You can see here that we are now at 2,055 points per turn at 95%. If we go to 100%, we will get 2,135, but we don't have the budget for that yet. And we are currently on 2 buildings having the lesser wealth. So yeah, that's that. However, we're getting better. We are getting better every turn. Working on some of the world wonders. Building... Oh, actually no, we got lesser wealth and Trebizond as well. Interesting. We're building 2 world wonders, as I can see here. Yeah, but we're building a couple of things that are going to boost our income even further, and gears are going to be also pretty good because they help our camps, mining camps. Yep. So let's end the turn and hear it for them. Now, I believe that before we enter the ancient era, we are going to be able to have 100% research going. That is my strong belief, and I believe that maybe we will be even able to start thinking about the next city. We can have a few more at this point, so it would be good to think about it. We still have some extra population in Constantinople, I think, as well, that can be transferred.
Just as gears combine to provide greater power in compound, we have greater power when we join together.
Okay, so mining camp now gives 2 extra production, which is great because we have this one pretty much in all of our cities. So we have jumped by production, say, by 40 points. And workers build improvements 15% faster. It also enables Antikythera mechanism. Okay, 1 free technology. Okay, that's amazing. I hope we can get this one. Across Stargazer's Hut or Observatory. We have that in many cities. Bronze wires we have. City size of at least 3. We have that. So that should be easy enough to gain. Next one is going to be the central heating. I remember that in the last update we have discussed this at length, but what does central heating do again? Ah, yeah, it leads to glass blowing, because we need that one. Glass blower's workshop is going to be good. Potash mine. That is decent. And the central heating lowers maintenance. Cool. That gives us some health. So let me see who can build the world wonder. You can. it would take you 61 turns, 67 turns, 48 turns in Ikea, 40 turns in Iconium, but we're building the Las Medullas here, which is actually going to give us quite a lot of money and production here. 62 turns, 69, 60. Okay, turns out the 42. Yeah, you're building that, so 44 in. Oh, you're building a Cyrus cylinder, god damn it. Okay, so what's the next best thing? 45? 45 in Trebizond. Okay, I'll take it. A bit of science, a bit of culture, and a bit towards the great scientists. What actually is that? The Antikythera mechanism is an ancient analog computer designed to predict astronomical positions and eclipses. Huh, interesting. Well, I'm more interested in that one extra free technology because that's gonna give us an additional boost. So that is fine. Yeah, this actually puts a dent in our budget a bit. Okay, we'll have to spend one more turn researching the central heating. But I'm happy that Thessaloniki now are at population at 19, Constantinople at 20. I think other cities have grown as well. Can we see it here somewhere? That's not a good way to go because we have everything here. Event log. Okay, let's see more like this. Yeah, we got 219,500, and as Thessaloniki gained 10,000 people, we had some additional growth. I'm not sure. Oh, wow, these are definitely. And anything else? Nope, I think it was just about this size now at population 13. Cool. And interesting when we found jade here at the outskirts of Adena. So we built a quarry here. So a boost in production and gold as well. Other than that, not much is to be said. Our people are living in relative happiness. Things are getting better. I started trading. Oh, you can build jade mine and jade carver. Okay, well, that's gonna give us a bit of boost, so let's do that one as well. Okay, that 150 is gonna be a bit of a pain, but we'll be fine. I'm doing revisions of all of the cities, and recently I started trading in tin wares, but I don't see any effect on any of our cities. Yeah, and unfortunately this Egyptian religion is starting to spread like wildfire through our cities. Not much I can do with it until we get to the Inquisition, but I'm really not for suppressing religions in any harmful way, though I don't want to support them either, because we want to keep to Druidism. That's our own culture. Okay, cool. So I think that's all for this episode. Big boost to research, big boost to our income, 3 new technologies. Things are looking pretty good. In the next episode, we are going to get the central heating, the glass blowing, and cloud patterns. Cloud patterns are going to be cool because they're going to give us extra farm income. And as you can see, we are quite reliant on farming. A lot of farms over here, a lot of farms in the center area between Vadena and Nicaea, around Amorium. Interestingly, not that much near Constantinople. There is a farm for wheat here though, which is gonna get to 18. There's another farm up here. This is a farm? No, that's plant picking camp. Antioch has a couple of farms as well. Yeah, but we'll need more farms as we're gonna go further, because so far we are, something between prehistoric and classical civilization. We are relying on, animal hunting and, farming at equal amounts, but I think that eventually farms are just gonna be so much better. Oh, actually that was a mistake. Who did I send there? God, I'll have to see that. Okay, never mind. See you in the next episode. Actually, one more thing. Before I moved on, I noticed in my dealings with the various civilization here that Mansa Musa of Mali will trade us veterinary medicine. which is interesting, because that is one of the technologies that we do not have and is actually pretty expensive, 34,524 science. I'm not sure how he got it. How he got it, he researched it, but it seems like he will trade it to us. So, okay, he wants naval warfare and stargazing for it. I'd much rather give him something else, but we really do not have anything else. Would you take thought processing instead, because stargazing boosts research? He would. Okay, so another technology down the drain.
Personally, I have always felt that the best doctor in the world is the veterinarian. He can't ask his patient what is the matter, he's just got to know.
Okay, I wanted the veterinarian because it lowers the maintenance and gives us lowered disease in every city, which is pretty good. It's actually pretty expensive though and requires dog breeder or cat breeder, but we have those in most of our cities, so it is gonna be good. And needs to first aid in animals too. Huh? Nice, so that one is off the list. Where was it? Here. Yeah, we had it. So we're left with just 11. Nice. Cool. So where can we build these ones? Everywhere, right? Yeah. Veterinarian. And lowers maintenance by a decent chunk. Yeah, you can see that we can build it pretty much in every city. Amazing. Cool. So now, have a nice day.